Hola, hola, sean todos bienvenidos aquí a un nuevo directo en Cinema Leumas. Ya por fin llegamos al día número 5 de la semana geeked de Netflix y pues ya está a punto de comenzar el evento, entonces vamos a verlo. En esta ocasión toca sobre juegos, entonces vamos a ello. A ver qué tal está ahora.
I'm Mari Takahashi.
Welcome. Week.
Yes.
Right?
The sequel.
Second year doing this.
Week 2022, baby. It's great to be back here with you.
I know, it was just a year ago. I feel like we were at Summer Game Fest with our good buddy Rahul, just talking about
That's right.
Netflix gaming shows. This year, though, we've also got Netflix games, and I'm thrilled to have Netflix part of the Summer Game Fest this year. So shout out to everyone watching on the Game Awards show right now.
And also to everyone co-streaming on Twitch.
That's right. It's not just about me. It's about everyone in the community who's
Everyone
here
in the
for the big breaking news.
That's right. All week long, Netflix has been dropping trailers and big news about series and movies. But today,
Se supone que van a haber anuncios de Sonic Prime, Dota, sangre de dragón, de la casa de papel. No sé si vayan a hacer como que un juego de eso.
Games based on shows. You guys with us? Plus, some well-loved mobile games are coming to Netflix, and some brand new games from developers like Devolver Digital. It's so awesome to see Netflix in the gaming business. So shows, games, everything you want about Netflix and games right here today.
Which is a lot to unpack. This is the very first time we get to cover Netflix games and this incredible lineup. There's so much, Jeff.
So are we going to start with a game or a show?
That's a good question. We're announcing a brand new series based on a massively popular video game, which doesn't give you a lot, but I'm sure you'll tell us what we're talking
I know, it could just be about anything, but it is a world exclusive trailer. You know I love those. Check this out.
BioWare.
We're in.
Dragon Absolution. Diciembre de 2022.
Dragon Age Absolution. This is exciting because everyone's been awaiting the next Dragon Age game. I think we announced it at the Game Awards only like 3-4 years ago. And while we wait for the game, now we get an incredible new show, and it looks amazing. I'm curious about how it fits together, but it's called Dragon Age Absolution.
Yeah, I played Inquisition, and I remember, there's so much lore when it comes to Dragon Age, right? And so I'm really excited where, like you said, where we're going to be plopped in and how all of that lore is going to be kind of spoon-fed to me, because I feel like it's just the best pieces of it, and we're going to get all of those.
And it's been, I think, quite a while since we've had new Dragon Age lore. I mean, it's been a long time since we've had a game, even though one is in development, so it's great that we're getting this ahead of, I think, the game even.
I mean, with Dragon Age, there's elves and mages and Hunari, and it's really cool to expand on the Dragon Age series.
Absolutely, and it looks great. That was a nice surprise. I didn't even know that was coming, so great news. And that's not all. Here's a closer look at the brand new poster for the show that we are premiering here on Geek Week. Check it out.
Who is she?
I know.
Yeah.
Muy
That's what's
sencillito
cool is I
el
love
póster,
now
pero
that big
está
game
buena
companies and
la
Netflix everywhere
imagen.
are thinking about this stuff holistically and kind of introducing like lore and characters, sometimes in an anime or a comic book, before the game. Hopefully it somehow ties in, but yeah, I have no idea who that. Hopefully it's a new character that maybe we'll get to meet in the game, the first one in the series.
I want to know what class she is. She looks like she might be an elf, but who knows?
What's her name?
Yeah, what's her name? What's her backstory?
These are all the things we're probably not going to get answers to today, but I am very excited to learn more. And I gotta say, the series looks incredible.
Yeah, I love the animation style too. Everyone, don't miss the rich lore and world building of Dragon Age Absolution.
That's right, we are going to keep our eyes on that. That was a nice surprise, a big way to kick off Geeked Week Gaming. And if you want to rewatch that gorgeous trailer, we just put it up on Twitter at Netflix Geeked.
This next series is sure to be are you ready?
Yep.
Hit!
Oh,
Yes.
we're talking about Tekken Bloodline.
And then it ends with King. So cool.
Tekken, I gotta say, when I was a kid growing up in Canada, I loved playing Tekken in the arcades and then on PlayStation. This is such a classic fighting franchise. It's been a few years since we've had a new Tekken, but now this iconic fighting game franchise is now in anime, coming to Netflix, and is sure to please old and new fans alike.
Yeah, I mean, again, the animation style is so interesting. Today, we have a special treat for Tekken fans, a message from creator Katsuhiro Hirada. I'm so excited to see it. Let's roll it.
力こそすべてだ。皆さんこんにちは。バンダイナムコで、鉄拳プロジェクト、もう27年ぐらい、ずっとチーフプロデューサー、チームリーダーやっております。原田です。よろしくお願いします。これからですね、鉄拳ブラッドラインの初公開クリップをこのギークドウィークで皆さんに初めて公開したいなと思っているんですけども、原作でも実はもう言葉だけで全く描いていなかった風間仁のお母さんと、息子とのこう屋久島でのどんな生活をしているか、どんな会話をしているかってシーンが、垣間見えるんですけど、そこはもう本当に一番のお気に入りです。そうですね、風間仁がもし実在していたらということですけど、もう本当に僕から風間仁の一言、いつもグレーに合わせてごめんなさいっていう感じですね。はい、鉄拳シリーズも結構長く続いてるんですけど、実はですね、ビデオゲーム界、このビデオゲームという世界が始まって以来、最も長く続くストーリーというギネス記録を鉄拳が持っています。そんな壮大なストーリーの鉄拳なんですけども、それが今回初めて、こういうシリーズのアニメ化されるというところで、きっと原作ファン、そして初めて見る人にも、なるほど、こういう話なんだと、なるほど、こういうことがあったんだっていうふうにいろんな発見があるものになっていると思いますので、はい、皆さん、ネットフリックスの、鉄拳ブラッドライン、皆さん楽しみにしててください。鉄拳プロジェクトの原田でした。
That was so cool. Harada, I mean, that's Mr. Tekken. So to have him,
Yeah.
that's what I love about all this stuff that Netflix does is Harada's directly involved, as you can see, in building this out and partnering with Netflix to make a Tekken story, which, again, I wouldn't have guessed a Tekken anime would be on the menu, but it looks incredible.
I mean, like you said, it's for the fans from the source itself, which makes it so much better. Cool fighting, of course. I think that's all going to be implemented, but it sounds like there's going to be so much more depth to the story. We're going to really get to see Jin and his mother Jun's sort of relationship and what all of that means for the entire series itself. Very exciting.
I'm just saying, I'm sure there's going to be some incredible action as we would expect, and it is so cool to see Harada-san. Good to see you, my friend. Hope he's also working on another Tekken game, but he is an icon in the fighting game community and a badass in his own right, a legendary personality, and of course, legendary sunglasses, legendary outfits. Harada always shows up with style.
Yeah, where can we get the Harada glasses, huh?
I was going to say, we should end the show in our Harada glasses.
We should. Be sure to head over to Twitter for more Tekken news at Netflix Geeked to stay on top of it.
And for all things anime, you know what to do. Smash that follow button on Twitter for Netflix
Netflix anime.
anime.
So if you didn't know, over the last
No
year,
sabía que ya
Netflix has
tenían
started
cuenta de eso.
including a bunch of great mobile games as part of your membership.
That's right. This is a brand new thing Netflix introduced late last year, and there are no ads, no microtransactions, and a huge variety of games that are constantly being updated for everyone who's a Netflix subscriber, no additional cost.
Here's a taste of the games you can find right now.
I want that as my theme song. I love that.
It's so good. It's so diverse, and I feel like my Netflix homepage in general looks that diverse too, with the stuff that I watch, and to see that reflected in the games, that's really cool.
To start, we have a few based off of some of the most popular Netflix series.
Our first one is coming to you straight from the fold.
There are no others like us, and there never will be. You have no idea how much larger a role you have to play.
Oh,
There we go.
That's right, Shadow and Bone is getting a game, y'all.
Shadow and Bone también un juego.
Is a narrative RPG with roguelike
Okay.
elements based on the beloved show based on Lee Bardugo's books.
In this game, you play as your favorite characters and journey across the world of the Grishaverse in a narrative adventure to fulfill your destinies.
Along the way, you'll need to make decisions that will determine the course of your journey. It's being created by Chimera Entertainment.
And we actually learned on Monday that the production has officially wrapped on season 2 of the show. So, Shadow and Bone fans, we are eating good this year.
Whether you're a Darkalina stan or at Melina Supremacy, whatever that means, be sure to follow Netflix Geeked on Instagram.
Okay, so Jeff, you were saying that there's a wide variety of games on Netflix, which is true. And I got a look at your second game today, and I think this is exactly for you. They finally made a game for your personal favorite Netflix show.
Nailed it.
Jeff, I'm very excited.
What? Too hot to handle. Oh my God. Coming from developer Nanobit, based off the that's right, hit Netflix reality show. It is, you're right, Mari, Too Hot to Handle the game.
See, finally, Jeff, they've been listening to you.
The Twitch chat, I'm sure, is just, I can't even imagine what's going off now in the chat, guys. But here you go, Too Hot to Handle. This is actual real game. It is coming to Netflix.
That's right, and just like Too Hot to Handle, the series, expect the game to feature lots of innuendos.
Pues, la mayoría de las
plot
series
twists,
y
and of course,
shows de Netflix los
romance.
están convirtiendo en juegos
I'm
también.
just mesmerized watching the dialogue go up here. Select your outfit. Oh my God.
The game follows the TV show rules, and the player's goal is to find the best partner by going through episodes and making their own decisions. Basically, their own season. How fun is that?
Yeah, she's talking about how she sells real estate. I'm reading all the dialogue here as we go on. She blushes. How about you, gorgeous? I didn't catch your name. Maybe we should just read the B-roll of Too Hot to Handle the rest of the show. Anyways, I'm definitely not getting the prize money, I don't think, but I'll try. Yeah. Again, out of all the games that are being announced today, I will tell you, walking in this door this morning, I did not expect to see a Too Hot to Handle game. All right, well, the show is absolutely insane if you haven't seen it, so if you want to dive in while you wait for the game, Too Hot to Handle is on Netflix, the first 3 seasons right now.
Okay, Jeff, I don't know about
Have
you.
we recovered from that, Mari?
No, I don't think there's ever recovering from that.
Season 4.
Season 4. Get this guy on the show.
All right, well, so now we gotta. where do we go from there, right?
We're pivoting. We are pivoting straight to some badass action.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but my Netflix list is this conglomeration of the Too Hot to Handles, you know, the reality TV shows, and then also like epic, awesome, badass stories. So, yeah, of course we're going to be talking about that next.
Okay, well, we've got some epic stories and even more epic games like our next one, La Casa de Papel.
El juego de la casa de papel.
This show is a global phenomenon, and now Netflix has partnered with the developer Killisoft to put you behind the mask.
Ooh, intriguing. This is an adventure game featuring an original standalone story set in the La Casa de Papel universe.
It's got a cool cel-shaded look. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Are you ready to sneak by cameras, crawl through vents, hack security systems, and silently knock out your enemies to pull off the world's biggest heist?
Metal Gear Papel, right?
That's right.
This is a huge international phenomenon, this show, and it's so cool. Again, it's like, this is a real adaptation, and I think it's a very stylized take on this game, right? I was like joking, like Metal Gear, it's like, obviously it's a very action-oriented heist sort of game, and this is, you know, feels very strategic too in how you go through it, so it looks like it.
Yes, lock-picking games, shooting sequence, and of course, the heist going by.
Anything can happen.
That's right. I don't know how they do it so quietly. I just feel like I would be so
I feel like every
always
game
in the
has
vent.
got to have some kind of vent, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the vent system.
Vent crawl.
There's all of this and much, much more in the game based on La Casa de Papel.
Now, speaking of classic Netflix shows over the past few years, we all remember when the Queen's Gambit inspired a chess revolution.
That's right. Everyone was watching that show, and then everyone was playing chess.
También le van a hacer un juego a Gambito de Dama.
Beautiful.
Now you can enter Beth Harmon's world because there's a new game coming out from developer Ripstone inspired by the Queen's Gambit series.
That's right, and it's not just a chess board.
Sí, porque si nada más era el tablero de ajedrez, qué aburrido, ¿no?
Or the game. Let's check it out.
O sea, le tenían que meter algo.
This game serves as
Se ve
a
bien,
love
se ve
letter
bien.
to the series. You can really see it with the aesthetics already. You can play competitors online like we just mentioned, or you can play against characters from the series in beautiful settings. That's probably how we would play, right? Not online, but just
beautiful, relaxing game of chess. You can learn chess with Mr. Scheibel, compete with Borgov, or challenge Beth to matches. Speaking of lovely locations, in the park.
Lovely. Let's take a look at all these locations. You can play in Beth's house as her career grows.
Of course, yeah, Beth's house is the way to do it. Also, apparently you can go to the orphanage where Beth learned how to play chess. Fun fact.
And how about Las Vegas? Because that's where she ultimately faced her test.
A little Vegas chess game at the bar, sure.
Yeah, and plus, there's tons of puzzles and challenges to keep your skills nice and sharp.
Check.
Checkmate.
Check it out. If you want more info on how to play the Queen's Gambit, check out Netflix Geeked on Instagram.
Oh, I'm excited for this next one.
Oh my God, last year we had so much fun talking about this, and now it's back.
That's right. Next up, we have a show based on a game, based on some old-timey cartoons, if that gives you a little bit of a hint.
And it's a knockout!
Yeah.
If you're looking for fun, yes, we're looking for fun.
Ok, lo del el show de Cuphead. Que pues esto ya había un videojuego antes de que lo metieran a Netflix. Está difícil.
Cuphead show. Oh my God, this is honestly one of my favorite shows on Netflix. I love the game. The new DLC, Delicious Last Course, is actually coming out later this month. We just showed some stuff off the Summer Game Fest for that. But this show is so fun because the characters actually have voices. Cuphead is always getting Mugman into trouble, and it's it's so delightful, and I love that they're little snackable episodes. They're like 10 minutes long. I have so much fun watching them.
And there's nostalgia in the way that it is animated, of course, but it's also fresh. Gosh, it is so good, and the music is so good. Oh yeah, I
No, it's like
it
it brings so much more to the Cuphead lore. And when you play Delicious Last Course, I think it's going to mean that much more to you now because we've watched these episodes. The thing also is that Cuphead is a very difficult game, so I kind of like that you can just watch this show and not have to worry about dying every 15 seconds.
True, but the same amount of screaming as me playing the game.
Screams of joy, though.
Screams of joy and laughter, yes.
Now, if you guys love the Cuphead show like me and like Mari, well, get ready to double down. Check this.
Gosh, fellas, I'm sorry I got you tossed in the Cusco, the Swell, the Crowbar Hotel, the Stony Lonesome, the Condado,
I'm here for the show. Let's take it serious.
Bad chance. Now let's really get to that picture show. We're coming off.
Who's the host with the most? You are your handsome devil. Bite your tongue. These swords bite it for you. You can bat it or I can bat it. Either way, it's gonna get this. Let me introduce you to some friends.
Even up of our hot tomatoes. Comes the work. It goes cutting. Hey, what's the name? Spill the beans and flick just a couple of dum-dums. Stick the ding-dong shield. I don't know what a couple of dum-dums. That would smell neat. Hot banana royal bonnet tartness. Dynamite. Beat it. Cheese the boys at the top. Hello, fellas. Sígueme.
There we go.
Yes.
August 19th. I think that's an announcement of a Cuphead show. And I love that Miss Chalice was in that clip because she's the new playable character in the DLC that's coming out in a couple weeks.
And we were left off with season 1 being like, what else happens with her?
Yes.
Well, what's gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we saw some returning characters in there as well. The voices are so
No, I said
good.
that, like those characters, you play the game and you don't really think about what they sound like in real life. And then last year we first met the characters and heard their voices, like it's just so perfect. It's exactly how you want them to sound. They have so much fun with each other. And yeah, the fact that we got the first season earlier this year and now the next batch of episodes coming in August, yeah, I'm so excited. It's so authentic, as you said. Like this is exactly what I want Netflix to be doing more of, is adding more to these gaming worlds, and Cuphead itself is such an amazing series. So yeah, I'm very excited.
And if you're anything like us and you're craving some more throwback animation, old-timey music, truly just demented adventures, the Cuphead show is streaming right now on Netflix with more episodes on the way this summer.
That's right, August. All right, that's one of the biggest announcements of the show for me. And stick around because later today, the cast and showrunners are doing a table read for a brand new episode of the Cuphead show right here on Geek Week.
So fun. All I want to hear is more of roll the dice. Netflix has been partnering with some of the best indie devs out there, and we're going to give you an exclusive look at 3 new titles.
All right, first up, I mentioned earlier indie games. This is one that I'm very, very excited about. It's called Lucky Luna, and it comes from Snowman, who you may know as the company behind games like Alto's Odyssey and Skate City. Let's see what they've got. This is a beautiful, original, brand new game for Netflix. So perfect, and this is what I want more from Netflix. It's completely original game, looks tons of fun, has that old school feel to it.
Yeah, that
Feels
is it vibe.
I'm very, very excited this is going to be coming to Netflix. And then we got to announce it.
Yeah, and a little bit more about it. It is a journey written in the stars.
Hidden dungeons, mythical temples, mysteries of the past. That all kind of qualifies any game beyond my list, something I want to play.
The story is inspired by a Japanese tale of over a
Luna.
game, which is so awesome. My dad used to talk to me about this story. It was like
Really?
a
The
bedtime
bamboo
story. Yeah, I'm assuming it's the princess who is part of the moon. Like she's one of the moon people who came to Earth, and she was found in a bamboo by the bamboo cutter.
Wow.
This is all piecing it together now. It's a beautiful story.
You're like
It's
an
really
expert
gorgeous.
on the bamboo cutter story.
Well, I don't know. I'm an expert only if my dad said the story right. And if I was listening correctly as a kid.
He wouldn't lead you astray. Yeah, I love though. This is something that's not like there's already an anime of this on Netflix and now they're making a game. Like this is a completely original experience, and it's a vertical platformer without a jump button. Keep that in mind. You're swiping to move Luna as she plunges deeper and deeper through ancient temples and lost ruins, which is a genius way to adapt the usual console kind of side-scrolling gameplay. It's got a story mode, special challenge rooms, and an expansive world, but you have to stay focused to avoid traps, dodge enemies, and collect pearls. That's what all those little white things are.
Gotcha. An endless mode has players competing on leaderboards to collect the most pearls or see who makes it the furthest in each of the game's various levels.
Lucky Luna, very excited to announce this, and it's coming this summer only on Netflix. Exclusive independent game from an acclaimed developer. As I said, I want to see more of this from Netflix, and I'm very excited that we got to announce this and that people can play it this summer.
Have you ever wished you could explore your dreams and memories?
No.
Never? That's kind of
Darn,
terrifying.
what are your nightmares? Yes.
Yes.
Desta, The Memories Between, is a turn-based strategy game that's a mix of Into the Breach, Hades, Inception, and Dodgeball. Those are four things I would not think necessarily fit together.
Yeah, no, especially the last one.
Yeah, Hades, Dodgeball, Inception.
Yeah,
Into
what
the
are we
Breach.
talking about? Well, in this, you overcome broken relationships and a tragic family event all through the medium of a surreal and exciting ball game. Let's take a look.
Since I've been home, I've had such vivid dreams. Memories of people and places I've struggled to return to. I'm searching every night, trying to understand. Those words left unsaid stand in my way. But I think I found a way through. Let's see how far it takes us.
This comes from a really acclaimed developer in London, Us2. Dan Gray is one of the guys that I know him well. I've visited the studio, and these guys have done a lot of really acclaimed independent games. And here's, again, a brand new game, which, as we heard in the description, is just like unlike anything else out there. Desta, The Memories Between.
I'm a sucker for isometric
Yes.
viewpoints
Yeah.
in games, and just, like you said, really unexpected things that's mashed together.
But you said isometric. These guys did Monument Valley, which was this classic, incredible
that makes
indie
sense.
game. It had that cool, everyone remembers that game a couple years ago, and the sequels, and now they've gone on to do a bunch of other really interesting, unique games. And this is another one, which is, fully original story, made by an acclaimed indie developer and coming to Netflix. Desta, The Memories Between, has a roguelike structure, so the enemies and the abilities change from run to run, so it's kind of infinitely replayable in that way.
Be sure to check out this game when it launches later this year. All right, I feel like indie game cred does not get any better than this one does.
Oh, wow, you're setting up something pretty big here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at some games that are coming to Netflix from the one and only Devolver Digital.
Devolver has an incredible eye for stylish, exciting games across all genres.
They absolutely do. They always have fun, crazy, unexpected games, as you said. And now we have not one, not two, but 3 games coming to Netflix from Devolver.
First up, it is Reigns, 3 Kingdoms.
The original Reigns took off as a game that could be described as Tinder for monarchs.
I love
Sure,
that.
I'll go with that. You run your own kingdom, making tough decisions that have rewards and consequences, meeting other characters who can change your destiny with merely a swipe.
I mean, isn't that what you're doing with Tinder?
There you go. Also coming from Devolver, we have Terra Nil, the strategy city building game with an emphasis on the climate crisis. This is nice to see, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Terra Nil, it's your job to turn a barren wasteland into an ecological paradise with flora, fauna, wind turbines, and, wait for it, water pumps.
Water pumps. We love our water pumps. Each piece of land you turn into a lush paradise will give you points.
Well, that's just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, warms my heart. And once you've successfully saved the environment,
Woo.
thank you, you turn the remaining buildings into an airship to leave the beautiful wilds to nature.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't
That's
expect that, right?
altruistic.
I feel like we're kind
Beautifying?
of spoiling the game, aren't we?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a lofty goal to want
Get
to
your
attain.
airship?
Yeah. And then to beautify it and then to be like, you know what? You're better off without me.
When you say
I mean,
airship, do you think
gosh.
that's like a big blimp that you get to take off in? Or do you think it's like
No, I'm thinking like
spaceship, like SpaceX rocket?
probably more that, and it's probably not steampunky if
Yeah.
we've got wind turbines and things like this.
True. See, these are all the things we're going to have to find out in Terra Nil.
And then finally, from the creator of the award-winning Downwell, it's Pointy.
I think this might be my favorite
Pointy.
name for a video game of the year so far.
Pointy.
Pointy. I mean, just love to say it. Pointy. Everyone in chat right now. Pointy.
Pointy.
Type it.
Hashtag Pointy.
That's right. Exactly.
I mean, get ready to dodge adorable baddies and feed the blue beast. Yes, the blue beast that's hot on your heels.
That's all coming in Pointy. We have the first official look at Pointy. Big exclusive for you. Let's check it out.
Know that the beast was gonna be so cute.
This is a beast. Is Pointy? What is Pointy? Is Pointy the character? Do we think?
I think Pointy might be the character.
Is
The
that like
blue
a
beast
class
is.
of character? Like is Pointy a specific character? You think Pointy is like a species?
Oh, a species.
You look at that. Look at that art. I'm like, it's unclear to me. Who are they? All are they Pointies? That's like the plural of a point.
I feel like Pointy must be the character. I mean, it's got a hat and stuff. You know, it's an established
That
person knows it.
individual eye. That's Pointy. There's
Right.
only one Pointy.
There's
in
only
the
one
world.
Pointy, or is it? I don't know. Many Pointy.
It's
Feed the beast though, and then it being a cat. I feel like most pet owners would be like, "Yeah, I need to feed the beast."
There's a lot of Pointy. We need the Pointy wiki. Can someone start that up right now and start to figure this out? I can tell you, this game, I'm sure, is going to be very addictive. The more you play, you keep going higher and higher up in the world, and the game, of course, gets harder and harder.
Yep, bouncing all over the place, grabbing fruit for the beast across randomly generated areas filled with creatures and special abilities, plus puzzle mode and endless mode, and even more.
It looks absolutely great, though, and tons of fun. And here's the big announcement. Drum roll, please. Pointy is available right now.
That's right. Surprise!
Shadow drop.
Netflix members around the world can play it today. Just open up your Netflix app on your phone and search for Pointy to download it and play it right now.
The Summer Game Fest sensation, Pointy.
Pointy!
Download and play now. That's so fun. And that's what I love about, Netflix is this stuff is launching all the time when their new games constantly showing up in the app as surprises.
Yep, that's right. To say that Dota has taken the gaming world by storm over the past 2 decades is a massive understatement. Jeff, you've been to the International, right?
I have a couple times. I went to the first International that was actually in Germany back in the day. And then I've been a couple times at the International when they did the Key Arena, which is now Climate Pledge up in Seattle. And it's such a sensation. I love, all the amazing teams that have become a part of it. And even last year, we had a couple of Dota teams that were nominated at the Game Awards from Ukraine, of all places. It's a truly global game and such a phenomenon. Valve's done an amazing job with it.
So exciting being in an esports arena.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Yeah, and Dota, people love the lore and the characters, and the game has an absolutely massive fan base. And the lore has been brought to life in the original series, Dragon Blood.
Free yourself. Your time has come.
This was when this season came out a little while ago, and Dota fans were eating good. I understand we have something special for the Dota fans right now. I believe I've been targeted. Alright,
I'm sure it's nothing personal.
the arrow is headed right in my direction if I don't release all the details right now on Dota Dragon's Blood, which is set in a fantasy world of magic and mysticism. The story follows a dragon knight, Davion, who hunts and slays dragons to make the world a safer place. Is it a safer place if there are fewer dragons in the world?
I'm
not sure that's necessarily true, right?
And not if you ask the dragon.
Exactly, I say more dragons. Anyways.
Based on the Valve video game Dota 2, Season 3 of Dragon's Blood is coming to Netflix on...
Esta de Dota, sangre de dragón, sí la vi. Y vale la pena. Vi la primera temporada, me falta ver la segunda y pues ya se viene la tercera el 11 de agosto.
We've got Point Me. If you guys finished your Point Me download, I was going to say, it is available right now. Now for something completely different.
How about something as thematically far from Dota as possible? Something completely, I don't know, adorable.
Are we announcing Point Me 2 right now?
Point Me 2 happening right now, palatable.
Yes, here's a palate cleanser, guys. Roll it. You know, I have to admit something. When I saw this in the script, after we done Too Hot to Handle, I'm like, Wild Things, Charlie Sheen movie coming again. And I'm like, it's a completely different, like, how risque are we getting? I'm like, no, we're going to Wild Things Animal Adventures. Alright.
I'm a sucker for these types of games where it looks like it's a match 3 and then you can buy your area. I love these kinds of
How cute that elephant is.
Yep.
Now, what's cuter, Point Me or the elephant?
Oh, man.
Pull in the chat, guys. Come on.
Wild Things Animal Adventures. Pues este es para los más chiquititos.
In Wild Things, you help these cute beasts restore their wild lands by playing games and re-beautifying and restoring their environment to help.
Who would want to help out these adorable creatures? Help them save all kinds of places. Lush forests, tropical islands, and icy terrains, and they need your help. Very soon. Yeah. Because you can download Wild Things on Netflix later this month. I feel like we need a calendar. Can we get a calendar? I was going to say, Point Me today, later this month, Wild Things, August, Dota, August, Papel. But who knows what's beyond that? Alright, well, next up, an animated series based on an absolute gaming icon.
That's right, we're talking about Sonic Prime. And we've got some very exciting news.
Sí, Sonic Prime, sí.
Let's check
Sí,
it
lo
out.
espero.
Sorry, Froggy. Gotta go help our friends.
Mira, este es también de los originales.
I know what you're thinking. I'm good and powerful, jealous.
Ok, ¿cuándo sale? No dice.
Sonic has had a big year.
He's got a schedule. He's got no time for anyone.
I mean,
He's got to run.
how could you have time when you've got the movie, the new game, Frontiers is coming out later this year, and now
Agent of Phone.
Sonic is a pretty big deal these days.
Absolutely. Sonic Prime is the hedgehog you know and love until an incredible twist thrusts Sonic into a new adventure.
The new series features a reinvented cast and Sonic like you've never seen him before, where the fate of the multiverse rests in his gloved hands.
This time, Sonic's adventure isn't just a race to save the universe from Dr. Eggman. It's a race to save his friends.
Honestly, Sonic's kind of taking his friends for granted.
Ooh, that's a hot topic. I mean, how could you take the cat or Froggy for granted? I mean, come on,
We're Froggy. Wow. We're getting deep into the Sonic lore. All right. Well, we're going to find out what happens to Sonic.
Bueno, va a salir este año, pero no nos especifican la fecha.
When Sonic Prime debuts only on Netflix.
Okay, so back to the game. We debuted some today based on Netflix shows. Saw some fresh ideas from brilliant indie studios.
Me gustó porque también sale este Biggie Frog, entonces van a salir todos los personajes, me imagino.
Mobile debut only on Netflix. First up here is Raji, an ancient epic.
In this game, you play young Raji, chosen by the gods to stand against a demonic invasion.
Her destiny to rescue her younger brother and face the demon lord. Everyone say it together with me. Mahabalasura.
Oh.
God, see? That's the toughest word.
It's going to be a blast to play. Coming from Nodding Head Games later this year. Mark that calendar. Now let's take a look at another celebrated indie coming soon to Netflix. This is Spiritfarer.
A sus 50 nominaciones y premios. Ok, son interesantes. Siento yo que va a estar difícil el juego. Mira, y hasta tiene su parte dramática. Pues con razón tantos premios. Vamos a mutearlo tantito por el copy. Spiritfarer.
That was so much to unpack. It started with like, okay, cool, it's crafting, there's mining, there's building involved. Oh, okay, it's like got some 2D scroller type of elements to it, and then it's like, learn.
Oye, este juego sí me pareció interesante, de todos los que han salido.
Which came out a couple years ago on Xbox. This developer Thunder Lotus Games is up in Canada, and it's a really beautiful game. Like, there's a lot to unpack, a lot deeper than you think. Spiritfarer is the coziest, sweetest game about dying, now available for the first time on mobile. I never thought I'd ever see that.
That's a really good way to describe it. My gosh. You play as Stella, fairy master to the deceased, a Spiritfarer. Build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife.
Yeah, there's so much going on, as you said, in this game. You can spend relaxing quality time with your spirit passengers, create lasting memories, and ultimately learn, as the trailer said, how to say goodbye.
That's so deep. My God.
It's a beautiful game, very thought-provoking, and it's never been on mobile before.
Ok, por primera vez en
No, it's such a
dispositivos
unique
móviles.
and creative concept for a game. So no wonder it's been so popular. I'm gonna stop sleeping on it and I'm gonna play it.
Okay, well, if you're looking forward to Spiritfarer, like Mari, let us know over on Twitter at Netflix Geeked.
It is so exciting to see all of these legit mobile games. I mean, how crazy to go from mailing DVDs to getting video games on your mobile device. What a glow up Netflix has had.
I know, it makes you think like, what's next?
Yeah. What is this?
Well, now we're going to head on over to Wallachia for a very special announcement.
Don't listen to Forbidden.
You have no choice.
Oh, no choice.
Sorry. You know she killed vampires.
But I break.
So sorry.
So parts dies.
You're looking for someone who's done.
Lástima que no muchos juegos llegan aquí a México. Pero ojalá ya pronto los agreguen. Castlevania Nocturne.
Castlevania's back.
Did I hear Richter?
Yeah, I think you did. I mean, I feel like Castlevania really was the OG Netflix gaming show, if you guys remember.
It
when
sets the bar.
Exactly.
It's so high.
Exactly. Incredible franchise we all know and love from our childhood. Done so well on Netflix. And now, Castlevania Nocturne is the new Castlevania series from showrunner Kevin Bolton.
Ok, se viene
It'll
serie
focus on
también.
Richter Belmont, a descendant of Trevor, and Sypha and Maria Renard during the French Revolution.
Castlevania Nocturne is currently in production, but be sure to get all the latest updates on that new series right over on Twitter at Netflix Geeks.
My gosh, we're good.
Gotta go. All right. We have covered so much today, Mari. Does that mean we're like at the end of the show?
I don't know. Don't say it's so pointy.
I was going to say, there may be a point B surprise.
Yeah, there's a ton more coming though, actually.
That's right. Hard to believe, but by the end of this year, there will be over 50 different Netflix games.
So many games. I mean, games on top of games on top of games. It's so exciting. And here's a taste of everything else coming our way.
Aquí un resumen de todos los juegos que han presentado. Y series, porque también presentaron algunas series. Y aquí con lo de los juegos ya le están comiendo el mandado a las otras plataformas. También el ajedrez de Gambito de Dama me llamó la atención, porque puedes ahí jugar con los personajes y todo eso.
Wow, it's amazing in a year how far Netflix, even half the year, how far Netflix has come. I was excited to see a lot of those indie announcements today. Clearly, games are going to be a big part of Netflix moving forward, and also gaming series. So we had a jam-packed day. I can't imagine what Geek 23 is going to look like on this kind of
El año pasado también hicieron este evento, pero lo hicieron muy mal, o sea, no lo hicieron como este, así pregrabado y todo esto. Estuvo mejor el to-do.
Guys, we're driving record number of point P downloads. All right. Well, I'm going to do that right now because that, folks, is our show, and that's week almost.
Yeah, that's right. Don't go anywhere, because even though the debuts are done, we're finishing Geek Week with a bang, of course.
Up next, the cast and creators of the Cuphead Show are doing a table read of a brand new episode.
Y aquí está el juego que están anunciando.
Netflix yet, another Geek Week exclusive.
We're going to be watching that for sure. And then we have the star of Resident Evil live at the Twitch Gaming Gathering. Don't miss that.
That's really fun down at Summer Game Fest. And to top it all off, back here at noon Pacific, join us for a live episode of the Geeks podcast.
That's right. Host Princess Weeks and Tessa Netting. Hi, Tessa. We'll chop up the biggest news of the week and everything you might have missed.
I sure hope point feast
Better we'll have something to say.
Absolutely. All right, so don't go anywhere. But we're going somewhere to download Point Feed. That's right. All right, we'll see you guys next year, Geek Week. See ya.
Pues listo, ya terminó, nada más que creo que va a haber otra cosilla más adelante, igual me estoy metiendo aquí al Twitter para asegurarme de que no nos haya pasado nada del evento. Y pues no sé qué les pareció ahorita, al final nos hicieron como que un resumen de todos los juegos que sacaron y series que se van a venir. ¿Les llamó la atención algún juego? ¿Se descargarían alguno? Algunos les digo que no van a llegar aquí a México, pero otros sí van a llegar, nada más que van a llegar en unos cuantos meses todavía, porque dicen que están trabajando en ellos. Ok, aquí ya estoy en la cuenta de Twitter. Y esto es el resumen de los juegos. Por aquí también sacaron unos pósters que creo que no salieron ahí en pantalla. O al menos no me di cuenta que salieran. Que es este juego, les digo que me llamó la atención más que nada por el concepto. Y se ve un poquito complicado, se ve difícil porque luego son estos juegos que parece fácil, pero a la mera hora te enganchas en un nivel y ahí te atoras. Y está padre este tema de los espíritus que los debe de guiar para irse hacia la otra vida y todo esto. Entonces está padre. Este es el de Pointy, el que pues ahí ya está disponible, de hecho lo acabo de buscar y ahí está en la aplicación de Netflix. Luego por acá también está que es un juego de la India y es un juego de aventura que se va a llamar Raji, An Ancient Epic Exchange Edition, como un juego épico de algo así. También el de Sonic Prime me llamó la atención, pero va a ser más que nada una serie esto, de Sonic Prime. Luego tenemos también que se nos confirma lo de Dota, temporada número 3 de Sangre de Dragón. También se viene esto que se llama Reigns, Three Kingdoms, es también un videojuego y lo describen como un Tinder para monarcas, entonces imagínense cómo va a estar. Es un juego de estrategia, de hecho aquí vemos una imagen y es pues se puede decir también de rol. También tenemos Sangre de Dragón, que va a llegar la tercera temporada el 11 de agosto. Lucky Luna, que nos mostraron un tráiler, es un videojuego japonés. The Cuphead Show regresa con nuevos episodios este mismo año. El juego de Gambito de Dama, les digo que también me llamó la atención porque puedes escoger a los personajes de la serie. Y también salió este juego que se llama Too Hot to Handle, basado en la serie con el mismo nombre. Y pues es más como si fuera el de Sims, no sé si lo recuerden, algo así. La Casa de Papel también va a tener un juego y pues ahí vas a poder ser parte del atraco. Luego también va a salir un juego de Shadow and Bone, esta serie que, bueno, hubo unas películas pero que están basadas en un libro. Después hubo una serie que salió hace unos años en Netflix y ahorita ya le hicieron, están trabajando en un videojuego. Aún no hay fecha de lanzamiento, pero supongo que va a llegar este año. Luego tenemos Dragon Age Absolution, que pues aquí nos mostraron el logo y unas cuantas imágenes al respecto. Esto va a ser una serie que va a llegar a Netflix en el mes de diciembre. Y bueno, igual es un anime y para todos los que les late eso. Luego tenemos esto de Taken Bloodline y nos pusieron un video del creador y gamer Kachuro Harada, que es pues uno de los cabecillas aquí de esta serie. También tenemos aquí el póster, diciembre de 2022. Está sencillito, pero creo que funciona. Y aquí tenemos el teaser de la serie. Luego, pues también de noticias, The Old Guard, la secuela de The Old Guard va a tener a Uma Thurman y a Henry Golding. Uma Thurman conocida por hacer las películas de Kill Bill y Henry Golding muy conocido últimamente por hacer la de Snake Eyes, que creo que salió hace un año más o menos. Y bueno, se va a unir a Charlize Theron, Kiki Lane, Matías Schoenaerts, Marwen Kenzari, Luca Marinelli, Verónica Chiwetel Ejiofor y demás, ¿no? Para esta secuela que la verdad me pareció una película bien, o sea, está entretenida y está basada la película en un cómic, entonces por ahí también se lo pueden checar. Y creo que ya fueron todas las noticias de hoy en cuanto a videojuegos. De hecho ya llegamos al último día. Recuerden que el día lunes fueron noticias acerca de series, el día martes fueron de películas, miércoles de animación, jueves de Stranger Things y el día de hoy de juegos, videojuegos y todo esto. Entonces gracias igual a los que estuvieron aquí en el directo, ya sea viéndome por YouTube, por Twitter, por Facebook o por Twitch. Y igual, si les llamó la atención algún videojuego, pues dejen sus comentarios. Ya saben que cualquier comentario es bienvenido. Ya, más que nada para los que lo van a ver en diferido, también comenten y ahí les voy a estar contestando. No se olviden de darle like al directo, porque pues así también ayuda. Ya sea que le den en Facebook o en YouTube, en donde sea también ayuda. Compartan el directo, también eso ayuda a que lleguemos a más gente. Y pues si no se han suscrito, suscríbanse al canal también. Pueden seguirme en redes sociales como Cinema Leumas, las tienen ahí en la descripción de Facebook y de YouTube. Y pues muchísimas gracias, nuevamente les agradezco. Y por aquí Paul Tutillo nos pone muy interesante todo el evento. Sí, sinceramente me gustó que haya sido cortito. Ahora lo condensaron y no duró tanto como otros días. Creo que el día que más duró fue el día lunes con este tema de las series. Ahorita como en media hora voy a estar transmitiendo ahí mi reacción al episodio 4 de The Voice. Lo voy a ver en vivo y ya saben en qué plataforma lo pueden ver la imagen, ahí en Discord. Y al ratito, como a las 4, vamos a tener el debate de Superman and Lois, el capítulo de esta semana. Luego como a las 8:30 vamos a tener el de Obi-Wan, porque no lo pudimos hacer el miércoles, entonces lo vamos a tener hoy. Y a las 9:30 vamos a tener el debate del episodio de The Voice del día de hoy. Y más en la noche, vamos a tener a las 10:30 más o menos las noticias de esta semana. Vamos a repasar, les voy a hacer un resumen de todo lo que salió en la semana de Netflix, entonces por si no estuvieron al tanto y les voy a hacer un resumen. Y aparte vamos a hablar de la secuela de Joker y muchas noticias que salieron esta semana. Entonces no se los pierdan, los espero a lo largo de este día en todos los directos que se vienen. Y sin más me despido, hasta la próxima, bye bye.